Do 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 boo doo boo doo boo boo do do boo doo boo doo 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 boo 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 do do boo doo do 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 boo do do boo do boo 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 do 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 boo. Boom. Word up, homies. We begin. It is 7 o'clock. If not here, we'll be somewhere, won't it? Because it stands to reason, doesn't it? If it's 5 o'clock somewhere, then it means it's got to be 7 o'clock somewhere else, doesn't it? Because there was a song saying that it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I forget the point. But welcome if you're watching now. Welcome if you're watching later. Welcome then as well. Although you will probably have missed this if you see that now. So this isn't working very well. Technical difficulties. Have you had a good week? I hope you have. I have had a wonderful week. I'm trying to get this working, because if it does work, then we can have a little chin wag throughout, see? Just send us a hello, and I'll say hello to you. Yeah, gee, any interaction, to be honest. This is broken. This isn't good. Let me use it for a week, and now this happens. Right. So, this is actually starting to become annoying. I'm going to leave it for a minute and then I'm going to start again. I'm not. I'm going to fidget with it because that's what I do. I can't help myself. Is anyone else like that? Just, like, oh, don't. Just leave it alone for a second. Not necessarily your genitals, but sometimes. In some cases, it can be. Come on. Do something. What is wrong with this? It's updated or something. I bet it has. I hate that. When you update your phone and it just goes, we've updated it to 1983 and now it doesn't work because we didn't have mobile phones in 1983. Or if we did, you had to invest not only in some sort of facility to carry it beyond the suitcase that it came in. Why? Also a chiropractor, because the thing was so heavy. It used to come in like a suitcase and the phone was, it'd be this big and it'd be like, hello! Not that you'd be going very far then, because you didn't have, I was going to say they didn't have cars. Of course they had cars in 1983. Of course they did. They'd invented lots of things by then. They even had submarines. And you figured they've got to have at least tried to make a car at this point before they thought, well, how many things you have to say yes to before you go submarine? Unless you're crap at building boats, you go, no, it's meant to do that. Do you think that's how first? There's probably like a whole military plan of like, we'll sneak up on them from under the water. But I can't help thinking that someone built a boat and he just started going underwater and then they could see fishes through the windows. He's done a great job of insulating it. It's like, we've sunk. No, it's meant to do this. How do we go back up? Through the window? Through the window? Okay. Oh, I'm a fidget. If something doesn't work, I just have to keep trying it until it does. Or right. I don't know. part of me is just thinking turn it off and on again. So that is a solution to all IT issues, which is why people in IT should never become doctors. Like, someone is not responding to treatment. Turn them off and on again. Might work. No idea. If anyone remembers a TV show called Bugs, that was one of the things. Said, oh, if a computer gets a virus, power restart. Just don't even let me restart now. Yeah, if a computer gets a virus, then you shut it all down and then start again, effectively. And then they related that to a person who, for all intents and purposes, could have just been hypnotised at this point, but something was wrong anyway, nonetheless. For one of their team, Bugs, of you that don't know, right, let's talk about Bugs first of all. It was a drama that involved can't even turn it off and on again. There was like a tap again to restart phone. Pressing. Right, it's doing it, I think. Now we live in hope. Now, so yeah, there was like a guy that was not in shape but drove a four-wheel drive Jeep vehicle, and he was part of a team that sought to infiltrate villains that hacked into computers and stuff. And then there was frizzy-haired lady who was pretty much the brains of the operation, and then there was an Australian chap who was in Neighbours because it's the law there. You have to be in Neighbours before you apply for any job. Even if it's just as an extra, you need to say, I did work at Lou's pub for a summer, can I get the job fitting tyres? And they go, yes. So that's how that works. So these three, he was also not scared of heights, which was interesting for me because I was scared of heights. He was not. So they would use him to break into buildings. Anyway, girl with frizzy hair started going a bit mad at one point. Don't know what was going on, actually, to be honest. So I thought, we'll kill her and bring her back to life, but obviously they couldn't have just shot her in the face, because I mean that's the difference, isn't it? I mean, if you're turning a computer off and on again, probably best to just, what's this now? Probably best to just turn it off and on again using the off and on and off button, rather than throwing it in a lake, getting it back with a fishing net, and then going, now what? That'd be silly. Right, hopefully some people are watching. I have now begun. The show has begun. I've been trying to work out the lighting recently. Trying to get that right. That seems drastic. How high does it go? Is that right? Well, that's a bit much, isn't it? Turn it down. Either way, I'll work down my own time. So yes, right, we're up, we're running. I can see the live chat. If you want to join in, do join in. Send us a hello, send us a question or whatever. If you want to know more about bugs, you might have to Google it, because the information that I've got so far has been a bit lacking. But yes, I did watch a show recently, some of you might have seen it, about a hotel in downtown Los Angeles. If I knew their accent, I would attempt it. Unfortunately, I do not. Blimey. We have a message from no one. Right. So right, this stupid waste of time. If you want to watch it, the Cecil Hotel thing, if you haven't watched it, might I suggest just watch the last episode. All the information you need is in there. Beyond that, it's just madness. So if you don't know, what happened was there was a video that went up on the internet of a girl acting a bit like, well, not how most people would act in a lift. And people were like, whoa. And so yeah, then she ended up passing away, sadly. And like, or maybe being chased by someone, who knows, lots of stuff, right? And all the internet people went mad. Apparently they don't have jobs or anything, so they spent all their time on this, and they're like, where's the evidence? We need to know the evidence. Why? What are you going to do? What are you going to do to help? Oh, good old stupid. I got Poirot, he's not good enough. We need Sherlock Holmes, that was it. Yeah, good old Sherlock, what are they going to do? You know, we need to see the autopsy results. Do you, doctor? Do you? And the stupid thing is, though, these people have just become so caught up in their own thing that even when it does come out, what happened, they were like, no, that was definitely what I said. And the saddest part of it for me, apart from the main event, is that some bloke who just had gone there the year before it even happened, just going out there, like doing his heavy metal thing, doing some little videos and being, you know, just gothy, just gets his life destroyed. I mean, he could change his name from whatever it was to a new name, start doing music under that name, start again. But sadly, the damage was done, and that is kind of shit, isn't it? Did any of them apologise? No. They sent him death threats and that. They don't have the decency to apologise. Go, you know what, to make it up to you, I'm going to buy one of your albums. And then he could have been a big hit. You might remember him from Scandal on the internet. But he was blamed for killing a person, even though he's just a nice chap that likes to dress kind of ghoulish and do scary videos to accompany his music. Now, that seemed fair enough to me. I knew he was innocent as soon as they introed him. And they tried to make him be like, oh, this guy, he's a killer. And he's like, no, he's not. No, he's not. I know serial killers. I've seen them before. Ted Bundy wasn't that, was he? Or Charles Manson or whatever. They just try and act like all like, hey, I'm your friend. And then it's like, oh, you all seem to be over friendly. Where are you going with that chainsaw? Sort of an idea. I don't tend to be like, I like to kill. Raw. Type thing. I mean, you know, even if you look at Twilight, like they actually were vampires. They weren't all turning up to the school with a big cape on. They go like, whoa, welcome to biology. Weren't doing that, were they? They were like, I'm just a regular teenager. You're like, okay. They were really fucking pale. Even for this part of town where it's mainly rain, you'd figure you've been outside. You're not ginger, so you've got to have some sort of a complexion. But that's my point. I mean, but yeah, it just turns out it is just a sad story of a lady that had some sort of mental illness trouble. It's just, that is terrifying to be caught with your own brain like that. So, you know, it's just one of them sad stories, isn't it? It's like, you know, let's not dwell on it, but, you know, the point is, if you want to stay in the hotel, you can. I won't be because it's in a shitty area. And fuck that. If you're paying all that money to fly out there, keep spending, and stay a bit further down the road in a hotel you've heard of that isn't plagued with murder reports, would be my idea, I think. But yes, anyway, in better news, went for a walk today. It was nice. I've been for a walk for a while, as you can tell. But yes, it's quite nice getting out there. A lot of people out. It almost felt like normal times. Do you remember normal times? You go out and see people on the regular, except you can't really stop and talk to them, and if you do, it's kind of weird. I'm like, oh, let's meet up in a year, possibly. I don't know. Bye. You haven't even got any stories to tell anyone. Well, I have, because my life's exciting still. Me and the missus had a games night the other day. It was good yesterday, in fact. I just spread out like I'm crazy all the time. Woo! No, we had got just like a box with some stuff. There's a thing full of cards. Can't remember what it's called. They got tasks on them. You're also given a stack of cups, some ping pong balls, egg timer, tape measure, and some 4 dice. And you use these objects in many different ways to carry out a task, but you're also given like gambling chips, and you like bet what you want to like your. So if it's like, yeah, you've got to get a ball in a cup, right? That's not one of them. It's harder than this, okay? But if it's like get a ball in a cup, you're like, yeah, I got this. I'll bet big on that. But if it's like, get a ball in a cup, and you're like, I'm rubbish at throwing, you just go for 1 on that one, and you find one that called Beat That. It's called Beat That, thank you. Excellent. I'm selling stuff. I've got a HelloFresh code if anyone wants it as well. We can save you some money on that. HelloFresh is, they send you a box of ingredients for a meal, and you make it, and it's delicious, and better than shopping and throwing out most of the stuff because you realise that you hate carrots and you didn't need an entire bag, you just needed 1. So there you go. And who likes to be organised anyway? Hello other people that are watching. You got Juicy and Susie was watching as well. Excellent. Hello to all of you. That's exciting. It's called Beat That. So if you want some entertainment, yeah, if you can do it drunk as well. If you get bored of it, if you think this is too easy, I'll do it drunk. Can do that. It's also if you've got kids and you're running out of ideas, this will help. And it's proper big stack of cards as well. It's like nah, and it's like whoa, keep your kids entertained. Or better still, if you've got kids, you let the responsible parent referee. You can sit back, get drunk, and cheer them on, like sports, because there's not much sports on the telly. So you can now watch your children compete to try and get a ball in a cup, many other things. You can do that and sit back and go, go on, boy, get in the cup. It's brilliant, see? Sort of thing that I let you all know about. Oh, and last week's episode, thank you all for not watching that. It was good for a minute, and then it went. But that's my fault. Did it at the wrong time. We didn't do it on a Sunday. That's when the magic happens for this particular show. And I hadn't really thought it through, and it was a disaster. But it is out there if you want to watch it. It's still way more interesting than a TED Talk, so you know. It's not the worst, but for my high standards, not great. But yes, that's what I've been up to. So, just thinking, coming to that time again. Some of this information that we've heard this evening has been slightly suspect. It's time for Jeff's fact, just 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 fact, something I once bought was $29.99. Just fact, 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 boom. Is it me, or is that song getting better every time? I think it might be. Excellent. Oh dear. Actually, another strange thing I saw this week, watching Loose Women, right? Because I like to watch Loose Women, especially, I mean, at the time I was painting my toenails a new plum red colour, that I was quite enjoying. And I just had a foot spa, so I thought, well, Loose Women's the thing to be doing right now. And this, like, thing that blew my mind is how they talk so seriously about something that's just stupid. Like, I'm not having a go at them. As I say, it's a good show for painting my nails. I'm not watching anything else. Right? So, they had this thing. Would you get a sperm donor off of social media? This doesn't warrant any conversation. Just, what? Right? Because, like, first and foremost, if you are wanting a sperm donation, for whatever reason, I'm not here to judge, right? Social media, I mean, let's think of it in its real terms, right? If you're using it because you want to have baby, right? I'm thinking the person that's selling it online through Facebook is probably not a good sort of breeding line of individual. I'm guessing decision making isn't their strong point at this point. I mean, it's not like no, I don't know, this is everything, but like a billionaire, just master of everything, or maybe just a very caring man, runs many charities, lives in a tent, and is very cool and gives free counselling to troubled teenagers and stuff, and has helped many through and all of that. He's not just going, well, I've given so much to the world, I should. Wait, no, let's not go through the proper channels. Let's just throw it out there on MySpace. Not MySpace anymore. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Could be risky on Instagram. That's supposed to be the photos. Just a man going, who wants it? Into a cup. I mean, him, at least he's passionate about what he does. So I don't know. Now I'm talking about it, so who's the idiot now? Yeah, no. And I mean, that's the sort of quality programming that I like to watch. So yes, now. It's time for everyone's favourite time. If you are watching it, please do join in. This is the fun bit. It's all been fun, Jeff. What are you talking about? Fine. It's time for the big question. The big question. Yes. again, I should have written this out beforehand, but at the same time, I don't want to be sitting here for half an hour before being organised, do I? So we'll go with sort of keeping in theme of what I've been speaking about a little bit. So what's happening here is I'm having trouble spelling again. Pay attention to school, guys. Pay attention to school. They don't really even teach spelling at school. Well, that sounds ludicrous. They have like a couple of spelling tests. You get like 5 words here and 5 words there. But realistically, they're not like taking you through every word and teach. If they are teaching the dynamics of spelling, I wasn't paying attention. So, you know, take your pick of how that worked out. Yep. Right. Let's do this properly. The big question. There we go. What would it take for you to stay in a haunted hotel? Let me know. Let me know. What would it take for you to stay in a haunted hotel? I mean, let's throw some ideas out there. Would it be a big cash prize? Just like to point out, I haven't got a haunted hotel for you to stay in to... This isn't my way of like, this is how we create internet history. Would it be like a big cash prize? Would it be for anything else? Give us some ideas. What would it take for you to stay in a haunted hotel? I hope that says haunted. If it doesn't, what would it take for you to stay in that sort of hotel? Originally it said hunted hotel, so really, imagine that. Someone goes around hunting hotels. Be the Night Stalker, wouldn't it? He stayed at the Cecil. That's weird, isn't it? Apparently he'd come home just soaked in blood. It's not funny. He's a killer, Jeff. Come on, focus. But still funny. Because there's always that chirpy fucker that's in the hotel. So it just seems just coming in, just covered in blood, like knackered from killing. And it'd just be like some person said to go, "Hello, Dad, how are you doing?" "I've killed again." Knowing someone wouldn't kill me. That's genius. Well done. Knowing someone wouldn't kill you, that would... Yeah, that's good, isn't it? I mean, it's got to be a thing, isn't it? I mean, so really you'd stay in hotel with where Casper lives, because Casper's a friendly ghost. So Casper the friendly ghost, as long as his uncles aren't in, because they have uncles, troublesome, isn't they? I mean, they won't kill you, but they will make it an unreasonable, annoying stay. It wasn't even a hotel either, it was a house. If anything, it was a bed and breakfast, a B&B, that sort of a thing. It was their house. I mean, what were they doing moving in there? Also, that's just. Did you remember Casper the Friendly Ghost? Have you got any? I would like to stay in a haunted hotel. So, just for anyone that doesn't know, you are obsessed with murder and stuff. So, I imagine, given the right sort of energy drink, any hotel that you stay in could turn into a haunted hotel, I would imagine. But yes, I think just wanting to stay there, that's fair enough. I would like to stay in a hotel, haunted hotel. Alright, cool. Is this because you believe that all... I mean, you could go there to save them, couldn't you? If you think about it, because what ghosts are basically the ones that are... Isn't it a thing that they're trying to finish something before they move on? So maybe you're just there to sort of give therapy. To be like, hey guys, hey, how's it going? Things been troubling you? I mean, this is the story of Casper, because he was a psychiatrist, I think. He was trying to give therapy for ghosts so they could move on. I think that was a story. Because really he was like Ghost Whisperer, indeed. But yeah, so he was like, his wife had passed away, sadly. Or we don't know, she might have been an arsehole. But for ease of talking, she was lovely. And so yeah, she went and he was wanting to see her again by talking to ghosts. And he thought other people needed therapy. But yes, no, he was trying to help ghosts. But yeah, dragged his daughter into it, made her go to many schools, so she's going to be an absolute treat to live with. But, I don't know, maybe I would have enjoyed if my dad was that guy. I mean, we would have had to lose mum, but think of the adventure we would have gained. No, that's not funny. But yeah, no, travel around. I mean, none of those houses. Why is there never like a nice haunted house or hotel? Let's stay in subject here. Why is there never a nice one? They're always like dusty and run down in a bit. Oh, it's never like oh, this is nice. I'll stay here. Actually, no, there is the Hotel 1408 or Room 1408. It's got John. What's his name? John, who cares who he is, right? He's a guy that goes to a hotel room. He lost a wife as well. You should be careful out there. Or was it a child? He lost a child. His wife left him. So technically he lost a wife. But yes, no, he then wanted to go to haunted hotels. Fuck knows why, actually. But no, he's went to many of them. He was like, well, it's just people wanting to like sell that hotel because it's a bit off the beaten track. So they say it's haunted, people stay there. Nice, right? But didn't work out for him because he's a bit weird and he had to set the whole place on fire. I forget the point of that story, but the 1408 story where he stayed in the hotel and he just every hour I think it regenerated, so it was a bit Groundhog Day-ish. But as I saw it at the time, nice hotel room, bit of chaos every hour, a mini bar that restocks itself every hour, and a bottle of nice drink that the guy from the hotel, Samuel L. Jackson, gave him. I just party for a bit. You it regenerates. Do you regenerate or not? I forget. I'd be very unproductive in Groundhog Day. Just kind of drunk in a hotel room. Wait. Hotel Cecil. That's a good point. I was talking about that at the beginning. Were you here for it? Hotel Cecil, though, that's not even like haunted, is it? It's just, if you put a hotel in an area that's like full of drugs and poverty, and you make it accessible to those people, shit's gonna go down, isn't it? Just saying. So, anyone else? Anyone? No one said big cash prize. Been a fairly sensible answer so far. Knowing someone wouldn't kill me, good point. I would like to stay there. Alright, rock on. Yes, what would it take me to stay in a haunted hotel? I don't know, part of me is thinking, if I'm going to stay in a hotel, better be if I'm staying in a haunted hotel, there better be some action, you know what I mean? Gotta be something weird happen for you. Otherwise, you're just like, oh, I just stayed in a hotel where they can't be bothered to pay for cleaners. It's just a shit hotel, isn't it? Well, I mean, by that logic, I shouldn't have to pay to stay in a travel lodge ever again. Are they trying to rebrand themselves? You know, Travel Lodge is going to be the only hotel that reopens after all this lockdown chaos and look exactly the same. Ta-da! You didn't even think to dust it. No! Otherwise you wouldn't recognise it, would you? Yeah. Well, I'll take you to stay in a haunted hotel. Anyone else want to jump in? I mean, there is the classic, the big cash prize, £1 million, guys. £1 million. Stay a night in the hotel. I mean, you know, although maybe £1 million prize would put you off, because I mean they're not going to give it you easy if it's, you know, if it's like, oh, you stay in here for £1 million, it's proper scary. I mean, you know, for one night though, how much sleep you're going to lose realistically. You already know what to expect, some scary stuff. Or they'll leave you in the hotel alone. It's already pretty scary. But then just release a cat. If it's in the kitchen. So you're like, Sally going, this is alright, it's not even haunted. And fall asleep, and then the cat does what cats do, which is knock everything off and make the most amount of noise. And you're like, and then you're walking around looking for something, and there's nothing there. And then suddenly a cat appears. And then you're like, it's not really worth £1 million though, is it? You know what I mean? They're going to proper go out on you. So I think maybe just a discount. How easy am I? Hello, would you like a room? Yes please, how much is it? It's £70 a night. Okay. Whatever. Oh, we shall let you know. It is haunted, we have to tell you. Ghosts and ghoulies. Oh, well, I wasn't aware. Maybe I should stay somewhere else. Well, hang on. It is haunted. Because you seem reluctant. 10% off. 10%, yeah. So that would be £63. Yes. More point. Will you throw in a free breakfast? Yeah. Will their breakfast be haunted? No. What do you mean no? You're saying it with a face. There might be some deviled eggs. I'm going to need a free breakfast. And 10% off. And I'm not taking no for an answer. Yes. Right, so no one else is jumping in here. Unless they are, in which case I made a fool of myself. No. So yes, we've had promise no one will kill me. That's the minimum requirement for any hotel, I would say. In fact, when things are back up, and it's like, you go to your first hotel, how much is it? Like, £70. Can you guarantee no one will kill me? It's very safe here. Can you guarantee no one will kill me? We're pretty sure no one. Can you guarantee me no one will kill me? No. I mean, at this point, they're just going to go, yes, we can guarantee. Why? Because I'm on pretty low pay here and I hate you already. I might kill you myself. Can you guarantee no one will kill me? No. Can I have 10% off? And free breakfast. Right, okay. Worth trying, what I'm saying. Is there, or the other answer? Hello. How much is it to stay here? £70. £70, wonderful. Is it haunted? No. Oh, well, guess I'll go somewhere else. Well, hang on. See what we can do. Or 10% off and a free breakfast. I've just realised from this little game how cheap I am. It's a bit worrying, isn't it? Give me a proton pack and I will stay. Yes! 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 Gandrew, you are correct. Ghostbuster answer. That's what I'm looking for. Yes! Dreamer. I mean, the other answers were good, okay? They were good. My idea, we went down a logical path. It went a bit loose women on us. But this is the sort of thing that I've been looking for. Proton pack and I'll stay. Yes! You might need one of the traps as well. Here you go, slide along the floor. And it goes. Oh, yes! Yes, proton pack! Ah, yeah, that would be fun, wouldn't it? You get a wink of sleep. But yes! I always like Ghostbusters as well. We do need the boiler suits as well, though, Gandrew. We need the boiler suits as well. With the little Ghostbuster tag on the arm. And our name embroidered on it as well. A goose. For you, Heiser. Walking around all night. Get the staff to fling toasters across. If this doesn't happen in a hotel, if someone doesn't steal this idea from me, I don't know what else I can do, to be honest. I mean, they do. Zombies are great fun, don't they? They do those zombie things, they're fun. Like, they did one in Reading, actually. It was an old shopping mall. They like dress up as zombies and people do airsoft thing, which is like just BB guns. Like, but how much better would it be? Can I be Egon? You can be Egon. And I shall be... I've got to be Ray, realistically. Because in the first Ghostbusters, they were like, you've got to think of something. Don't think of anything, so the ghost can't take its form, because it takes the form of the thing that you fear the most, or something. Either way, Ray, sillily thought of Steak Puft Marshmallow Man, and then he appeared. That wasn't even that bad, because it's like, bing! That's the sound that the guns make. Bing! And, bing! Yeah, just like, all just hit him, and he was like, angry Steak Puft Marshmallow Man. And everyone got covered in marshmallow. Who doesn't love marshmallow? I mean, there's thick lumps as well, so we could have, like, realistically, just the amount of Starbucks in that part of town as well, all gone in there, gone, give me hot chocolate now, quicker, just make a big vat of hot chocolate, we'll go out there and go, this was an alright evening. That was that hotel? No, that was an apartment block. Oh, interesting. And Home Ghostbusters, Winston, yes, Winston. I'll tell you the best thing about Winston, actually, because he was their first employee, right? So he got all the fun of being a Ghostbuster. He got the fun of being a Ghostbuster without having to build a business in the first place. And that's fun, isn't it? Do you reckon they got a bank loan for it? Or, the Ghostbuster business? It's going to be a tough one to go to the bank with, isn't it? They're hunting ghosts. Well, what are you doing? Hunting ghosts. There's ghosts all around this city. Is there? Because of a building that's shaped weird and lightning. I met a girl says that she's the gatekeeper, and some weird chap down the hallway is the keymaster. So, just saying, look, when a big marshmallow man appears walking down the road, don't get all fucking angry with me, okay? I promised I would have done something about it, but you were like, no, it's not. Give them the loan. I mean, they weren't clairvoyant, so they weren't necessarily like to know that. But anyway, but yes, got the answer I wanted, which is good. I loved all the answers. I loved Nicole's answer. No, someone wouldn't kill me. Good requirement. That also ties in with the Ghostbuster thing. Promise no one kill me. I'll do this. Get our proton packs on. And realistically, all these answers are working, right? So we've got to know that no one's going to kill us. That's what the proton packs are for, so we can protect ourselves. And then, with all the fun we'll be having, we'll definitely like to stay in the haunted hotel, because this is going to be awesome. Yes, well done, gang. Yes, go on my Sundays. Now, it's been wonderful. You've been great. Now, take that positive feeling that we all have right now and let it carry you, children. Let it carry you, one and all, through the rest of the week. For it's going to be a great week, if we believe it will be. And thank you very much. And good night. Farewell. Boom.